The brilliant Mr. Mark Sargeant, of course.
James. Lovely to see you again.
Welcome back.
Yep,
So on the menu we've got squid with a little bit of spice to it as well.
Yeah, no, lovely, because this is really good. It's quite a light dish, but it's you wouldn't think of having this time of year because everything's quite heavy during winter.
Squid's one of these things you can get all around the UK.
Yep.
And it's inexpensive as well.
And sustainable, which obviously is a big thing at the moment. So,
yep.
So we're going to serve that with citrus dressing. So I'll clean these out quickly. If you could just zest all of those citrus fruits, and then I want the juice from half of those, please.
Okay,
sir.
I can do all that.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Can you eat the squid's eyes?
I wouldn't, personally, but you probably can.
They're big, aren't they?
Yeah.
But it's
there you go.
But,
Would you like to try?
Just show people how you prepare that, though, because there's a beak in there as well.
Yeah, you pull that out quite nicely, and it brings out most of the guts. And then you've got this little kind of blade, which obviously, as I'm on television, is not going to come out perfectly in one go. There you go. So that blade just comes out, slides out, and that's... I wonder if you could dry that out and do something with it, like
a knife.
Right, yeah, or a knife, yeah.
I'm just thinking of all the people switching on the TV with a hangover looking at this.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah.
But there you go, you just literally cut it just
above, just below the eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a really big fan of the tentacles, but you know, I always put them on because I know people do like them.
Yeah. But, now that you can get also different sizes ones. I've seen the little tiny little baby squid.
Yeah, well, they
chipoltas. When you go to Asia, they deep fry them, don't they? They deep fry them whole, but. Would you go for the medium sort of size or the large
medium size
one?
like this is perfect. We'll probably give 2 per portion of this. And it's really important you get some of the insides out. I mean, it's fresh fish. If there's a little bit of that left inside, it's not the end of the world. But
and the reason why you're putting it in water, want to get rid of the ink.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, these aren't particularly very inky. Well, that one is. I won't prep that one. But obviously, as you know, you can save the ink, put it into risottos or pasta, or thicken sauces with it, anything like that. So. I just give those a nice wash and a good dry. Sorry?
Could you put it in a pen?
Well, yeah, you can make a pen out of the little plastic thing and write with the ink. There you go.
Have you ever tried that?
No, but...
Why not write your menu out?
In squid ink.
Yeah, squid ink, yeah. Right, so you're washing it and then...
Yeah, just pat it really nice and dry. Let's get it right into there. Because we're going to grill them, obviously. We don't put oil on the griddle. We're going to put these into a bowl and... put the oil in the bowl with the salt and the pepper, and then just give them a really nice griddle.
So tell us about the restaurant then, because it's literally you are right on the coast.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's a pretty stunning location. I mean, Folkestone's definitely on the up. In terms of the building work that's going on down there, the regeneration of the harbour is pretty amazing, really. So we're very lucky to be kind of the first part of the jigsaw puzzle.
But literally, the boats literally come
right underneath the restaurant. Yeah, pretty much. We have to have. So these big wooden pillars put up in case the boats, the tide gets a bit rough and the boats then start smashing into the restaurant. That's how close they are. It's quite incredible.
Right, I've got this board for you, so you want
Excellent. Yeah, thank you. Good, thank you very much. Right, so we put the squid tentacles in there, and then a little trick. It's something, we do at the restaurant. We do this 2 ways, actually. At the moment, currently, we've got this on as salt and pepper squid, but with exactly the same dressing.
Right.
And this is something we're doing back in the summer. So we get a wooden spoon, or something that fits. Thank you, sir. Slide that in all the way through. And basically, that stops you cutting all the way through. So then you can just cut down. So it's going to be, like, similar to a concertina.
So the idea is to keep the squid whole, then?
Keep the squid whole,
but obviously
to eat. See that, yeah. And that cooks, and that goes beautifully. It helps it cook quicker as well, because obviously the heat gets in. And also, as you see, we're going to put the squid, once it's cooked hot, into that marinade, so it kind of absorbs all that dressing.
Yeah.
And it will go flood through into the centre there.
So just on one side, yeah?
Just on one side, yeah. Through again.
Now, the preparation of this is totally the opposite to octopus, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I mean,
you cook it for a lot longer.
Yeah, the classic thing about this is you can cook it 2 ways, slowly or quickly. That's it. Because it can be like a rubber band. And my chefs were, when we first opened, a whole group of new people. That squid was the hardest thing for them to get right, because literally 10, 15 seconds over, that's it. It's like a rubber band.
So you use quite a bit of squid over in your place,
yes. Either grilled or cooked in tandoor as well.
Yeah, it's lovely. Beautiful. I mean, it's one of those things. It's very Mediterranean, isn't it? And no one really eats squid over here. And yet, as soon as they go on holiday, they have a calamari with garlic mayonnaise or something.
I like it raw.
Yeah, beautiful raw, yeah. Like a ceviche. Well, actually, you could put that sliced raw into
Straight
this dressing.
in here, yeah.
So should we just do that?
Yeah,
Sit down.
So in here we've got the ginger. You're grating the ginger, not chopping it.
Yep, grating the ginger, because you get all the juice from there.
Yeah.
And put these
it's
on.
the only bit of ginger left in London.
Yeah, well, for the next recipe, yeah.
You're about to see when he starts cooking over there.
Yeah, it's all good. Let's get our tentacles on there as well.
Yeah.
You can put this in a frying pan, obviously, as well, a hot non-stick frying pan. James, you've been very helpful today. Thank you.
Trying. There you go.
Right, it's all good.
So, seriously hot grill.
Yeah, very hot
just
grill.
leave it, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, I've got my, I've got the zest of the 3 lemon, orange and lime in there. The ginger's gone in there. Juice of half of each.
Yeah, and I'm going to do a chilli, a whole chilli.
Bit of sugar.
Just with a chilli, a little tip, and I personally leave the seeds in as well, because I like it nice and spicy. Yeah, it's obviously horses for courses.
Yeah.
Do whatever you fancy. Selection of lovely nice. Right, for the chilli, good little tip is leave it whole, leave the green top on, and slice down, and then down again. So that's kind of, holding it together, so you haven't got to fiddle around.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted to, get it smaller, you just go through all the little individual layers like that. So then when you come to dicing it, it all holds together nicely. You can just kind of whiz through and you get this nice little dice of chilli. It's quite a long one, that, so I just put half. I did, yeah, she's brilliant.
If you'd like to ask a question, the show, then call this number. That's 08716 41 41 41. Calls cost 10p a minute from a BT line. Mobiles and other networks may vary. And if you to put your questions to us live a little later on. And don't forget your finds Mark recipe, along with all the other studio recipes from today's show on bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. Right, now we've got a mixture of...
You're getting much better at doing that, James, now, aren't you?
I can do it without looking at it.
Without even looking.
Thank you very much, right. So we've got mint and coriander going in here.
Yeah, 2 of my favourite herbs.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people don't like coriander. I mean, I think it's just one of the nicest flavours going. Obviously, Atul uses a lot of that, don't you?
Yep.
And mint. They're just really lovely. Obviously they grow... you can grow them inside. Or ask Vic. Do you grow mint?
I've had trouble growing them outside. They tend to...
Frosty, too.
Well, they get big and stalky.
Oh, right.
And then get feathery, whispery bits at the end.
You've got to use that for oil, then. They're really good for
mint. You have to grow in a pot.
You have to grow mint in a pot.
You have to contain it.
Yeah, contain it, because it grows everywhere.
So it's a weed, really,
But
isn't
it goes up and stalky.
Yeah.
I want it to grow low and bushy.
Well,
In a pot. There you go.
you grow it in a pot.
So now, as you see, as these start cooking more, they kind of like puff up a bit. So you can see they're pretty much cooked already.
Yeah.
And as I said, hot straight into the dressing. And just to recap that dressing, I'll turn that off because that is absolutely roasting hot.
So we got the...
we've got the citrus fruits, lime, lemon and orange, and the zest, grated ginger, a little bit of chilli and soy sauce.
Yeah.
You can put a little touch of sugar in.
I'll put a bit of sugar in
lovely.
there. But no
sesame
salt
oil gone in there?
Yeah, sesame oil's gone in.
Yep.
No salt and pepper.
No, because you have the soy sauce. I season obviously the fish, the squid beforehand.
Yeah.
And you can leave that. You can leave that in there to cool down and serve that as a salad if you like.
Yeah, it's
but obviously
great, yeah.
serve it as a nice warm dish.
And if the squid were a little bit too big, you would, I presume, cut it up into pieces.
Yeah, cut it up or open it up, as you do. Right. So and the reason I like this dish as well is because it looks quite summery, but it's everything that's in there is in season at the moment.
An interesting way of preparing it, so you keep
because
it
then it hangs down, and in a minute you can pour all the vinaigrette and dressing through that. You can wipe my plate for me.
That's good. And like you say, you can have this hot or cold, which is even better.
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, and also a great thing to do on the barbecue in the summer as well. A bit of barbecued squid. I just think it's one of those things people should try and eat more of. I know it's very difficult. Our chefs bang on about things you should and shouldn't eat all the time. People get a bit confused after a while, but squid is one of those things that there's plenty of it.
And you've got little baby basil and baby coriander.
I don't really like putting sort of sprigs of chervil or anything like that on there because I find they're not that nice to eat. But these things are great. You can get them everywhere. Just basil, cress, some coriander cress, just to sort of freshen that up.
Sounds good to me. So what's the name of the dish again?
There's a little lime on there. So that is my griddled squid with Oriental sweet and sour dressing. Thank you very much.
Today I'm riverside in Chiswick, but I need to take the high road to find some fantastic wines to go with today's dishes. Mark is a master craftsman in the kitchen. He's quite brilliant with seafood, and this squid really packs a punch. It's full of vibrant, zesty flavour. So we need a white wine that's refreshing, but also soft and rounded enough not to clash with the spice. Riesling and Sauvignon Blanc are the two great varieties that suggest themselves, but to my mind, Sauvignon Blanc's going to work really well here. If you want a great value option, go for the Valdivieso from the Aconcagua Valley in Chile. But by far and away, the best wine for this job is the quite wonderful Tiki Ridge Sauvignon from Marlborough in New Zealand. There's more to Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc than meets the eye. It's a big region, and one small part, Awetri, gives really tangy, crunchy fruit, while another, Wairau, gives a richer style. Now this wine is a blend of the two, and that's exactly what we want here. You can smell it, and it's really fresh and green and herbal, which will pick up really well on the coriander and the mint. It's definitely tangy and zesty, which is what we need for the squid and the citrus fruit. But it's also got that lovely softness and richness which will work well with the ginger and the soy, and of course that heat of the chili. So Mark, your dish is a masterpiece, and here is a delicious wine to complement all your hard work. Cheers.